Hi y'all, it's Crystal. Thanks for coming by today. I just want to do a little wrap up for old school April, what I've been getting into so far. I didn't kind of get myself together to do a vlog for this, like the second week, and then we're kind of already into the third week. So let me just kind of do a quick update of what I've been getting into for old school April so far, and then maybe I can like end the month with another vlog or something. I don't know. We will see. Sometimes life's, and so yes. So let's jump into reading. Of course, let me just backtrack a bit. We all know that old school April is going on right now. We were just jumping, feet first into nostalgia. And this is created by Kelsey from Slime and Slashers. Everyone's been having a great time. I've been having a fun time. Yes. So, reading. I did finish at 11. I talked about this in my first week vlog. This is by Jimmy Juliano. This is our book club pick for the Death by TBR book club, which I co-host with Kelly from Kelly Hooked on Books. And overall, I did really enjoy this. It definitely has some nostalgic vibes. As it works for a lot of old school April proms. You see there's a VCR tape here on the cover. Yeah, really good. This kind of nature scene with an island. Yeah, very cool. So the essential premise is that there is this mysterious kind of island, and it's just people live there and things like that, but they kind of keep to themselves and things like that. And a woman had moved to the island, kind of looking for something, right? And she goes missing, and then we pick up with her brother, who has gone to the island to look for her because she's been missing, right? So this is kind of the start of the story, right? And so we learn about this island, we learn about the sister and what happened, what happened with her while she was there, what is actually going on with this island, blah, 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 blah. And I did really enjoy it. So the people of the island, there's definitely something going on, right? But they are kind of caught in the 90s. So they are stuck in time almost with living life, like 1994 or something. I forget the actual year, but they've kind of just paused time, and there's reasons for that, which we discover. And just overall, I did really like that. It got a little bit creepy. I really liked the the explanation of everything. If anything, this felt maybe a little bit long in the middle. Some things got maybe a bit repetitive, but again, overall, I really enjoyed the story and how it was told, and different perspectives that we get throughout the kind of going back and forth in time a bit, learning about all the inhabitants of the island, and there's different kind of format, and you get like interview style things. It's just it's told really differently. I did end up listening to the audiobook for that, which I really liked. They had different narrators, and it was done really well. I really appreciated that. I really did like it. I liked the vibe of it all, I would definitely recommend it. I thought it was really good. Again, I just really liked how everything came into place at the end. It definitely has some creepiness to it. So yeah, I really liked it. And I did finish. I did read Bunnicula. I picked this up at the library too. And how amazing is this? This is a series that I just never got into when I was a kid or anything like that. I never read, and it is just so good. Oh my god. So we're getting from the perspective of some family pets. The dog named Harold, right? And then the cat, what was the cat's name? Oh, I'm so terrible with names. But anyway, I had Chester the cat, right? Okay. And the dog is my favorite. I love him so much. But his the humans come home with this rabbit that they find, and maybe this rabbit is vampiric, and so they're trying to figure out what's going on with this rabbit. And I don't know, it's just this it is just so good. The characters are so well done here, even their animals, and everything, but oh my gosh, I love them so much. This was just so much fun. Just sheer delight to read, and I loved every word of it. It was so good. I definitely want to continue on with the series at some point. I think I have a couple of them on my shelf. I didn't have Bunnicula. I think I have Stellar Restocks at Midnight, and maybe another one I just picked up at thrift stores or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, this is lovely. It's amazing. I love it so much. Let me see. I did finish on the audiobook. I finished All the Sinners Bleed by SA Cosby. This was the book club pick for Brad Proctor's Spinebreakers book club. I loved this book. I think it's the best one I've read from him so far. I mean, granted, I've only read 3, but I mean, I loved Razorblade Tears, and I loved that one, and I 5-starred that one. But I think this one's even better. It's and I liked Blacktop Wasteland a lot too. I think there's another book. Those are the ones I've read. Anyway, so but holy crap, this book is so good. What to say? So we're in a small town in Virginia. Our main character is the sheriff of the town. He is a black man. He used to work with the FBI, and he had to come home because his father, got sick and things like that. So he's come back home. One of my favorite tropes is, somebody comes back home, and so he ran for sheriff. Surprisingly won, probably in a small town in Virginia. But yeah, so this is his life now. And then but they stumble on, at the very beginning of the book, there is really a content warning here too, because there is a scene of a school shooting. No children get shot at the school, but just, I don't know, just in case that's a hard thing to read. But it wasn't super in detail or anything. But anyway, and this just really opens up a Pandora's box of some crap that's been going on in this small town, right? And we learn there are missing children that become involved, and some people that aren't who they seem to be, and things like that. So bodies are found, stuff happens, right? And like I said, it just opens up this can of worms that now the sheriff is having to deal with. And so we are learning about, this small town where, race still plays a big part of the kind of day-to-day, even if it doesn't seem like it, it does. I think this is just this sort of, generational, kind of, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, sort of just historical, trauma really of having enslaved people in your area at some point, right? And how that really, it still echoes it still echoes today, I think, especially in small towns and in the South. And S.A. Cosby is just so good at encapsulating that, I think, and really putting it on the page for you, this is how it is, and it's sort of the good, the bad, the ugly, right, of living in the South, so I think he just always does such a great job with that. The characters in this book, again, were just so fleshed out, and I don't even know what to say, because I was just so blown away by this story. It gets really dark. This is definitely, I think, his darkest story. A lot of, like I said, just a lot of violence and murder. I'll put a content warning in the description for what kind of the crux of what's going on in here, which may be hard for some people to read. So I will put that in the description below, if you want to know. Okay. But again, it was just brilliant. It's just brilliant, and I loved it. I loved it so much, and I hope he keeps turning out these books, because I'm telling you, I think he's amazing. I think he's a phenomenal writer, and I'm excited. I just love this book. Loved it so much. Okay, so that's what I've read so far. Finished anyway. I'm in the middle of a couple of things. I did remember that I had this book. It was on one of my son's shelves. So, but it's called A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, the poetry of Mr. Rogers, and it's really a lot of the songs that he would sing on. What's that, Sesame Street? That's Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. So he has, he had all those songs, like A Smile in Your Pocket, You Are You, I'm Interested in Things, The Truth Will Make You Free, You're Special. All of these little songs that he would sing on the show has been put into this book with some absolutely lovely, lovely, lovely illustrations that are just really beautiful and fun. And let me tell you, I love Mr. Rogers. I grew up with Mr. Rogers. He is, look, there's Owl in his little treehouse. I just grew up with Mr. Rogers. I will watch Mr. Rogers today. I think he was a special person, and I think really impacted people's lives, and I love him so much, and I'm really enjoying this. I'm like, oh, how? Well, about half-ish way, just reading a few here and there, and I just love Mr. Rogers. I just love him so much. So, yeah, I'm gonna finish this out, and I miss Mr. Rogers. Like, hello, right? Something totally different. I'm reading Red Side Picnic. This is by Arkady and Boris Strugatsky. I am just about finished. I'm going to finish this up today. I maybe got like 20 pages left. But I was like falling asleep last night when I was trying to read it. I was like, okay, I'm not going to end it like this, Anyway, I'm really loving this, and thanks to my buddy Mike for reading it with me. So I'm going to finish it and we can chat about it later, okay? So this is a sort of modern, I could this kind of considered a modern classic of science fiction. This is a Russian story. It's translated. Let me find the translator. Anyway, translated by Olena Bormashenko, and this is an odd one, but it's really good. I'm really enjoying it. So basically, these aliens have kind of dropped into Earth, and they were here for a very short time, and then they left, right? And then like the areas where they landed are now just really strange, and so they've been kind of blocked off into what they call these zones, and so there's people that like sneak in there to kind of like get alien artifacts out of there and things like that. There's like government things that have been grown up around them to kind of study these alien art, the stuff that comes out. It's a whole big thing, right? But stuff that happens in the zone is just really bizarre. Yeah, it's very interesting, and there's a lot going on here. This is a really short book. It's like just over 200 pages, I think. I just under 200 pages, because there's an afterword that makes it over 200 pages. So it's short and concise, but it's packing a lot in here. So I'll further thoughts in as I finish it in my next kind of wrap up video. But really enjoying this, really enjoying this. So yes, so that's kind of it for reading. I don't know what I'll kind of start this next week into. I'll need to pick up a new audiobook. I'm not really sure what I'm going to get into. I might do the V.C. Andrews book. I'm not sure, because those books are usually on, I still want to call it Scribd. It's not Scribd anymore. Everand, whatever it's called now. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. We'll see where this week takes me. I've not watched as much this week. I've definitely slowed it down a little bit on my watching. I need to kind of get back into it. But I think, did I talk about King Kong Escapes? I think I talked about that in the last video. So I dove into Ichi the Killer. Okay, so I haven't watched this one in many, many years. This is a Japanese movie from 2001, I believe it is. And this movie is just bananas, bonkers, and I love it. It's something I love. I can't explain why I love it, because it's the content is just awful, right? There's so much violence in here. And it's like over exaggerated, and you slice someone's neck and the blood just is like blah, splurts out. It's amazing. I love it. I love it so much. And my man Kakihara is like one of my favorite characters, though he's absolutely not a good guy, but he's like best dressed. I just love him so much. and anyway. Actually, probably, okay, but not child. I was gonna say maybe crush, but like I wasn't a child when I watched this movie, so maybe it wouldn't fit for a childhood crush prompt. But anyway, and then like Ichi himself, who was not Kakihara. Kakihara is always on all the movie posters and stuff, but he is not Ichi the Killer. So there's just a lot here about manipulation too. Making someone do things that they don't want to do, and then just violence in general, because a lot of these guys are like gangsters. Basically they're not good people. And so basically, like one of the main sort of gang, headman, he's like killed, goes missing in the beginning of the story. And so it's kind of like finding out who did it and where is he still alive or not, kind of thing. That's kind of the gist of the story. But really, I mean, it just goes off the rails, and like I said, there's just so much violence against everybody in here, essentially. So, I mean, like, I don't know, content warning for everything. I don't know. I don't recommend this movie really lightly because of all of the violence in here. But it's also so overdone that it's hard to actually take it seriously too at the same time. I don't know. There's a lot going on in this movie, I think, but I think if the way it's filmed and everything, to me, is just, I think it's just fantastic. And I really loved this rewatch. And it's problematic in every single way, but I love it. I don't know. What can you say? I don't know. And then I did watch the watch party for Tremors. I've watched Tremors a million times, and I've watched it 1,000,001 now because I love it. I love this movie. Every time I watch it, I can watch it any time. I love this movie. It is just so... It's campy in a way, but it's just so much fun. It's just so much fun. This little, can you even call it a town, really? But, getting plagued by these, like, underground sandworm things. And it's just so good. The characters are so great. And it's just so much fun. It was really fun to do a watch party for that one. And, yeah, I think that's, like I said, I have not tuned into a lot of the watch parties this past week. I just been missing them, so... such is life. I have been, tuning into a little bit of Coachella. It's been going on the past couple of weekends. Today is Sunday as I'm filming, so it's the last day of Coachella. Been enjoying the few acts that I've tuned into. It's been really enjoyable. AT, the K-pop group, has been there, and they've just annihilated that stage, and I loved it so much. The Rose will play again today. I'm really excited to get to watch their second set tonight. I kind of think that's kind of all I've been into, like I said, I've been dealing with some life stuff, so, it is what it is, but I'm having a good time with my reading, even though I consciously slow down and things like that, I am enjoying myself, I have also been watching a lot of K-pop content this week, so... because that's what I go to when I really need comfort, are my groups. So, what else? I think that's about it. So yeah, we'll see kind of what the week brings me. I got my little card over here. So I'm not gonna get to all these books. Oh my god, I pulled like 1,000,000 books for. I would really like to get to this. So I'm gonna pull this one and see if I can get to this week. Fight Club 2. This will be very, I think, nostalgic for me. So I'm going to pull that downstairs. Any of these kids, I picked up so many, like, like old, middle grade books. One of these would be fun to read. I don't know what I want to read. I don't know if am I in the mood for Dennis Cooper? I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see about that one. I had that other Choose Your Own Adventure book, which could be fun. Oh, I had a Christopher Pike. Oh, maybe I bring that one downstairs to see if I get to that one. A Christopher Pike book. So I can mark that off the list. Oh, I had this Kill the Babysitter, which looked really fun. I do want to read this. And maybe the slime one. I'll take a couple downstairs with me. That's where I do most of my reading. We'll see what I get into the week. All right, I'm rambling now, so I'm gonna head out. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're doing well and enjoying yourselves. Let me know what you've been getting into, because I always want to know. And thanks for watching. Appreciate your time as always, and I'll check you in the next one. Okay. All right.